Hi friends, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm gonna talk about nested loops in SQL Server. This is the second video in this video series. So please try to watch my previous video so that you'll get more understanding on what I'm talking on today's video. Let's go to the SQL Server Management Studio. There we can understand the demo. So for timing, I have prepared a script for today's demo purpose. Let's try to understand one by one. So here I'm executing the select statement. So what this select statement is returning, I'm just joining table customer table and a table order table by taking the customer ID as a condition. Okay, and also I want to fetch only the customer ID is equal to 15080, and moreover I'm fetching different columns from different tables. For example, from the customer table I'm taking the customer ID, and the remaining columns taking from the table order table like sales order ID, account number, order date, comment, due date. Now let's try to execute it. So before executing, try to enable the actual execution plan so that we'll get what kind of execution plan we are getting for this query. Let's try to click on execute. Now we got three rows: customer ID, sales order ID, account number, order date, comment, due date. Let's go to the execution plan. Now we can see that different operators, we can see that it's index seek, key lookup, and nested loops, cluster index seek, and nested loops select. So we'll try to understand one by one. It's a clustered, it's index seek non-clustered, because why we are getting index seek and non-clustered means we have created non-clustered index on customer ID, and same customer ID we are joining to the customer table. And also from the table order table we are trying to fetch different columns in the select statement. Those columns are like order date, due date, account number, comment. That is the reason it's trying to fetch from the leaf level data pages from the cluster index. So here a cluster index is sales order ID for the table order table. That is the reason we are able to see the key lookup in the execution plan. Okay, and if you place the mouse over here, we can see that what are the outer reference and what basis it is looping. Based on the sales order ID column, it is looping from the outer table and inner table. Okay, now this time it's a cluster index seek, because in the predicate we are using customer ID column. Okay, and we are giving some value to fetch the data. So that is the reason we are able to see the seek predicate for the customer table. And also we'll try to understand it is returning actual number of rows are 3 and estimated number of rows for execution is 2.1. Same thing it is trying to show actual number of rows are 3 and estimated number of rows are 2.1. Now we'll try to understand why it is giving like that. So by using sp_help stats, we'll get all the statistics information for any table. So in this case, I'm using table order header table. I'm trying to find what are the statistics has been created for this table. Let's click on execute. So we can see that there are 3 stats has been created for this table. So we are interested to look at only the customer ID one. Try to take. And so by using dbcc show underscore statistics, we'll find the detailed information about the statistics, header information, and the density and histogram. Try to click on execute. We'll see a lot of steps has been created. In this case 158 steps has been created for this statistics. Now in where condition what value have we given, we have given 15080. Let's try to look into 150. So if you place the mouse around 5080, so this value it's there in between, right? So this value 15080 value available in between these two rows. So that is the reason we are able to see the 2.1 as a estimated number of rows, because in these two steps we can see the lot of keys are there. So that is the reason we need to take the average range rows for this value. I will try to execute one more time this query. So this time we got 2.1 only, 2.1 as a estimated number of rows. I'll try to execute this query and we will see. 2.1, right? 2.1 as a estimated number of rows. Same thing it will show here also, 2.1. Now what I'm gonna do, I'll try to give the different value for this customer ID and we will see. So I'll give 45 and we'll understand what it is returning. 45. So it is again 12 rows as a output, and we'll try to go to the execution plan and we'll understand what it is returning. So for 12 rows, how much number of rows it is estimated as a. So for 12 rows, actual number of rows are 12, but it is estimating as a 6.112903. So we'll try to understand whether it is returning or not. So again run this dbcc show underscore statistics. We'll try to find the information. So we have given the values 45. So there's no range high key 45. So we need to find the in between. So 45 has to be there in between these two. Okay, 45. 19 and 54 in between 45 value is there. So then in between these two steps, two values, there are many values are there. So we need to take the average range rows. So that is the reason it's taking 6.12 as a estimated number of rows for that execution. 6.129032. Okay, 6.129032. We'll try to verify the same thing. 6.12, execute it, go to the execution plan, it will zoom it. 6.129030, right? We can place the mouse here also. 6.129230. We can give any different value. For example, I'll try to give the different value. I'll scroll down. So give more number of records. So this time I will give 558 and we will see what it is returning. 45. So 430. So before that I need to understand. Okay, so this time I will give 75 and we'll try to see whether we got 103 as records. 75, 75, sorry, 75. I will try to give and we'll try to execute what it is returning. So it is returning 12 rows. Zoom it. Now we got actual number of rows are 12 and estimated number of rows 12, right? See, actual number of rows are 12 and estimated number of rows also 12. Now we can see, right? So in this case it is returning actual number of rows only 1, because the customer ID we are fetching this value from the customer table, remaining data these columns fetching from the table order table. So likewise we need to understand the execution plan for nested loops, and it's a cluster index scan, key lookups. So that's all for today's video. I hope you like this video. So next video we'll try to understand some different options. So if you have any questions or queries, so please try to send an email or drop your comments in the comment section, so that I'll try to reply as soon as possible. So stay tuned for other videos. Thanks so much for watching again.